Simple interrupted suture. This is the standard suture for closure and epidermal approximation. It is used for wounds with minimal or no tension at all. A perfect example is the circumcision wound that you suture during your surgical missions. It is also used for small lacerations, closure of venous cut down, and small biopsy procedures. Let's begin. In planning your suture placement, you may either start from the top, going down, or from the bottom, going up. Another approach is to start in the middle to divide the incision equally, then just fill in the gap above and below the first suture. This way you can space your sutures well along the length of the wound. For the first suture, insert the needle at about 5 mm from the wound edge. Following the curve of the needle, bring it out through the wound. Pick it up with your instrument. Reload the needle and lift the opposite edge with your forceps. Drive the needle back into the wound towards the underside of the opposite edge. Pull the rest of the suture out, leaving a 2 cm tail for tying. Place the needle driver above the incision, then wrap the suture around the driver twice to make a surgeon's knot. Grasp the tail with the driver and pull both ends away from each other. Reverse pull the long strand to temporarily secure your surgeon's knot. Then next wrap the suture on the driver once. Grasp again the tail and pull both ends, this time opposite in direction as that of the first knot. Grasp the tail and pull both ends, now in the same direction as the first knot. Cut both ends with the scissors angled at 45 degrees. For the subsequent sutures, drive the needle directly to the other side of the incision in one step. Use your forceps to provide counter pressure to the emerging needle. Retrieve the needle with your instrument. Pull the rest of the suture out, leaving a 2 cm tail for tying. Wrap the suture around the needle driver twice to make a surgeon's knot. Grasp the tail and pull both ends to create a surgeon's knot. Then reverse pull the long strand to temporarily secure the knot. Wrap again the suture on the driver once. Grasp the tail and pull both ends, this time opposite the direction of the first knot to form your square knot. One more time, wrap the suture around the driver once. Grasp the tail and pull both ends. Cut both ends with the scissors angled at 45 degrees. One more time for our last suture. We'll drive the needle directly to the other side with the incision in one step. Lift the edge with the forceps and pierce the skin with the needle perpendicular to the surface. Follow through by following the curve of the needle and applying counter pressure at the opposite edge using forceps. Pull the rest of the suture out, leaving a 2 cm tail for tying. Wrap the suture twice around the driver. Grasp the tail and pull both ends to create a surgeon's knot. Then reverse pull the long strand to temporarily secure the knot. Wrap the suture around the driver once and grasp the tail. Then pull both ends in the direction opposite that of the first knot. Once more, wrap the suture around the driver once. Grasp the tail and pull both ends in the same direction as that of the first knot. Cut both ends with the scissors angled at 45 degrees. Easy peasy, now it's your turn.